Hello everyone, my name is Erin and I will be conducting your training today. This training will go over your new enterprise management system. And we're going to start by seeing our new URL up at the top. You will be entering in at www.abcmouse.com/enterprise. Once you go to that URL, it will bring you into your login section. You will have an email and password that will bring you into your specific enterprise management system for your location, and you're going to go ahead and enter them in here. Once you do that, you want to choose Login, and it will bring you right into your account. You're first going to see your dashboard, and it's going to give you a nice overview of your account and what's happening. It's going to give you a summary of your school, your teachers, your classrooms, and your students. Down below, it is going to show you that email that you used to log into your account. Off to the side here, it is going to go ahead and show you how many students have logged in for the week. And then we have our three icons and our tabs that we'll be going through today. We are going to go ahead and start with our red icon, My Account tab, and it's going to correlate with your My Account tab up at the top. So either one you choose will bring you into your account information. You can go ahead and edit this information by choosing the Edit tab down below, and you can go ahead and add in the information for your location or change the password to enter the site. When you are finished, you want to make sure you go ahead and click on Update, and that will go ahead and update all your information in your account. Heading back to the dashboard, we are now going to go ahead and enter into how to create accounts. This is your blue icon right here in the middle of your screen, and it's going to give you the ability to go ahead and add a teacher, a classroom, or a student. You go ahead and choose whatever circle you want to use. You will put the information in here, so you're going to go ahead and add the teacher. You can create a password for the teacher, and this will be her password that she uses to log into her abcmouse.com classroom account, as well as an email for the teacher. And these will be her login credentials for her abcmouse.com classroom account. And you want to go ahead and hit create. It will give you the ability to print this to a teacher here or email it to the teacher as well. Either one, you want to go ahead and make sure the teacher does go ahead and receive the information to access her account. After you've created your teacher, you then can go ahead and create the classroom to go along with her. So you want to go in that drop-down box, choose your teacher, and then name the class. Once you are finished, you do want to make sure you hit create, and it'll show you if it was created successfully. Your next option here is to create a new student account, and probably the one that you will be using most of the time. So you want to choose the circle next to student, choose what teacher you are going to put that student in. As well as the classroom to match the teacher's name. Here is where you can go ahead and put your student information. You can choose the birth date, month, and day for the child, as well as the gender, which will again help as we create the avatar in the classroom account. Here you want to make sure you can put in your parent information for their email. This way you can email them the parent letter with their activation code. And you can also put the phone number in the account as well. When you are finished, go ahead and hit create. And this is where it's going to give you the option to print that parent letter out with the child's activation code or to email it directly to the parent. And again, you do want to make sure you add that email in here so it will go to their correct email. If the parent does say they did not receive the email, you can always have them check their spam folder to make sure it didn't access or go into that section. All right, we're going to head back to our dashboard, and the next section we're going to go into is our Manage Accounts section. This is our yellow icon, and it does correlate with your tab up at the top here, so either one you choose, you can head into that section. and it's going to give you the ability to look for teachers, classrooms, or students. If you have your teachers highlighted here already, we can go ahead and click search, and it is going to pull up all the teachers in the account. Choose whatever teacher you like, highlight that teacher, and that teacher's individual account will appear off to the side. It's going to go ahead and allow you to edit the teacher information if you need to. It'll also show you the information off to the side on how many students are in each teacher's classroom, and also let you know that this account is still active. It will give you some actions that you can do from this section, and that is change account status. So if for any reason you want to deactivate this teacher account, you can do so by hitting apply. You can link it to another location here, and it'll give you the options down below. And again, hit apply. If you want to reset the password for the teacher, maybe the teacher forgot the password or you want to reset it for a new teacher, you can go ahead and use that option. Hit apply, and it'll go ahead and send that new letter to them. Or you have the option to go ahead and send invites to all the unredeemed students in the class. Again, you want to hit apply. Choose if you want to print out those parent letters with the activation codes or email it to those students. Again, just to make sure that the parent email is in those accounts so they do receive them. Next, you have the option to look at your classrooms by choosing Classrooms up at the top and hitting Search. You will see some unassigned classrooms, and that's okay. It automatically does that when you create the account. If you don't want to see them, you can just go ahead and uncheck that box and hit your search to refresh, and just those active classes will come up. You can choose any teacher by highlighting it, and now that teacher's account will open up to the side. You can edit the classroom name. You can see all the students listed in the classroom. It'll tell you if they have redeemed their code from home or not. Once they do, it will go ahead and pop up with the date that they did redeem it, so you can see that, and also give you some actions off to the side. You can link this class to another teacher's classroom so that the teacher can access your students as well. This is good if you have a computer lab or a computer teacher that needs to get in and out of the classrooms. You just want to go ahead and choose which teacher you want to link it to and hit apply. If you want to move all your students to a new class, so maybe it's the end of the term and they're ready to move up to the new class, you do have that option here. And again, you want to choose what teacher you want to move them into. Oops, there we go. And go ahead and match up the class with that teacher and hit apply. And then it also does give you the option to send all invites to the unredeemed students. And again, you can either email it or print it. If you are going to email it, just make sure you do have those parent emails in the accounts. And your last section here is your students. You can go ahead and narrow the search down here by using your drop-down boxes for your students. Once you have made those choices, you do want to go ahead and hit search, and that'll pop open for you. Now this will go ahead and show you the activation code for each one of your students in the account here. So if the parent does call and they've misplaced that parent letter, you can give them the code right from here. You do need to make sure that they are going to the correct place to access that, which is on our parent letter. And I am going to pop into that page real quick right here. It is www.abcmouse.com/redeem. When the parent gets to this page, they have two choices. If they are a brand new member and they've never used abcmouse.com before, they can click here on the left side. If they are an existing member, which means they already have an abcmouse.com account at home, they can click on the right side here and then enter their code. Now, if a parent does have an existing account already, you will not be able to email them their parent letter. You will have to print it out. So I'm going to head back into our system here. And let's say that Brad already has an existing account. When it does give you the option to print out that parent letter, and you have that email in there, it may not let you email it to that child because that email is already in use. So you might not see that option to email it to the child or to the parent. And that does again mean that they have an existing account with that email already in use. So you would have to print out the letter for those parents who have existing accounts and just let them go ahead and head in to the existing member section of the Redeem page on abcmouse.com. That will go ahead and connect their existing account to your school or your classroom account, and the child will not lose any of their work that they have already done on their personal account. All right, so here on your student page, once you highlight, it is going to go ahead and bring up that child's page. So if you did not put the parent email in the beginning, you can go ahead and edit it and add it in here. You can make their choices as well as far as their birth date and gender. Once you are finished, you do want to go ahead and update, and that can be done successfully there. Over to the section here, you can go ahead and use the code here. You can see it nice and large. And it does give you the option to drop a class. So if you want to take the child out of the class, you can do that from this page on their individual page off to the side. And then again, you have some account actions down at the bottom. You can send that invitation letter in either print or email. You can go ahead and link this child to another classroom. You just go through all your steps here and make sure your teacher and classroom match, and then hit apply. This allows the child to use their avatar from the other teacher's class as well. Or if the child leaves your school, you do have the ability to change that account status, and it'll pop up with the option to deactivate the child, and then you can go ahead and hit apply, and that will take the child out of your system for your school. All right, we're going to head back into our dashboard, and we're going to head into our statistics section here, which is our tab up at the top. This is the section that will show you what is happening with your accounts, with your teacher accounts and your student accounts at your location. You have the option here for an overview, and that is going to go ahead by Mondays. So you can choose whatever Monday you want to look at and pull the data. And again, it's just a broad overview of what's happening in the accounts. You can print the table or export it if you like. Or if you want a more detailed report, you can head in over here, use your detailed report with your beginning and end date, so you have the ability to change those. You can go through and choose what you want to look at. So you can see all the options here. Once you make all your options, you can pull that data and it's going to pop up in a graph, or you can go ahead and switch it over to a table. It's going to go ahead and title it for you at the top so you know what you're looking at, and again, give you that information from the choices off to the side. You can go ahead and get as specific as you want. So maybe you want to look at your students, and maybe you want to see what they're doing at school or at home. And again, you want to go ahead and make those choices as specific as you want, matching up your teacher and classroom if you're going to go ahead and do it that way. You can look at all students or a specific student, and again, pull that data. It's going to pop up in a graph. You can turn it into a table. And the more specific you make it, it's going to give you some more options of what you want to look at and how you want to see the information. And again, it will always title it so you know what you're looking at. You can export it or save it, whatever you'd like to do with the information. All right, we're heading back to our dashboard, and that does conclude your training on your new enterprise management system. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let us know. And again, just one more look at that redeem page here. If the parent is going to go ahead and redeem, you want to make sure they are going to that www.abcmouse.com/redeem page. If they are a brand new member, they're going to hit the new member section and put their activation code in there. If they are an existing member with an email that's already in use, then they hit the existing member and they can put their activation code in there to link all their information from their existing account to your school account without losing anything. All right, I thank you for your time. And again, please let us know if you have any questions.